I've spent $73,751 worth of Frost Stars in Whiteout Survival in 236 days. And I'm trying to play as an efficient whale. I have a dilemma I need to discuss tonight. I'm going to be doing some spending. I'll show you what we got ourselves into with the Journey of Light and stuff. I got some interesting stuff to show, I think. But I do have this dilemma I want to start off with, because essentially where I'm at right now is I'm going to end up being blocked on my hero gear. I think my hero gear is feeling like it's starting to be a little behind, not only because of arena, because I'm starting to see what other whales at my level of power are doing. And I think I'm ahead in lots of areas, but I'm not ahead in hero gear. So, and I think my stats are actually a little better overall because of the way I've been managing my account. However, that won't go on forever. And if I continue to neglect my hero gear, I'm going to have a problem eventually. So what I'm thinking is I really want to get at least this primary gear maxed out, to 100 on the Lancers and Marksmen. But if you start doing, and if I do all of the gear, like if I wanted all of my gear maxed out, I am 200 mythic gear pieces away. Like, not to mention the mithril, but the mythic gear alone, I'm 200 pieces away. And I think that's what I'll be blocked on more than anything else. Because I could just buy the mithril if I wanted to. It's expensive, but I could just buy it if I wanted to. If I remember what I said the other day, it was something like almost $5,000. It's like 4,000 something away from the mithril alone. But 200 mythic gear pieces. So I'm going to have to get focused. But that's the hero gear. The other, I don't want to call it a dilemma, but it's like I've been just trying to figure out where to put, what's the best power per dollar strategy here. I could continue to press the experts. The experts is not a linear conversation, basically, because if you look at the experts alone, you do get these troops attack defense stats here, the basic stats for the expert over here, but it's not substantial. It's not like a huge amount that you get there. So I don't know if I don't think I should be optimizing for that. However, when you get to somebody like Romulus, but Romulus is expensive, he has skills that actually go across the board. So, this is kind of nice as well. But again, power per dollar, like he's super expensive. And, how much does it cost to get this up from like level 12 to 13? I now only get 0.5% of troop attack and troop defense. Like, that's not great power per dollar. Yeah, I want to continue to press him, but that's not great power per dollar. So really the whole reason you press these is to get this one here. And the only reason I need to do another one is so that I can unlock this and do more of the rally capacity, because that is definitely worth it. So, so experts doesn't seem it, although I still want to continue to press experts. And I can't let anything behind. Pets I'm doing well on, and that's mainly because of the device I got early from Bar Down and others to make sure you spend about, something like 90% of your gems on pet refinement. So that's looking good. But then I'm torn over my research in War Academy. Let me just clear this while I see it. So let's get into War Academy quick. Well, I have it. Look, you guys are going to be so proud of me. I got my Polar Terrors done well in advance this time. I was so burned and so miffed by not getting them done last time. I got it done early this time. So I got 3 days left still. Almost 4 full days left. And I got them done already. So now all I need is that last login. I'm going to continue to do this. Although I'm right at that point now where I don't need that much. So I may be at the point where I don't need to keep doing that. I'm gonna have to do some calculations, but I think that's enough Fire Crystal Shards. Somebody was telling you, hey, don't stop doing it. You're gonna need them for T12 or something. T12 is so far away for us. It's like over a year away. I'm not worried about that. The next thing I'm worried about right now is Charms opening up. I think we have, I don't know if it's new pets, but I know we got a new expert. We've got new heroes coming out, and we got Charms being released early. That's all happening. And I think it must be something like, 38 days or something. I'm not keeping track exactly. It was 42 days ago, I think, or 42 days away on July 19th. So it's coming close. It's like probably about a month away. So I need to worry about that. But, the cost of not just training, but the cost of healing is so... it's expensive. I can see how it's like eating up my resources. So, getting the Helios infantry infantry is the thing that I need to do the most, but it's kind of like, I think they did this on purpose. Like, I don't really care about infantry attack, but I do care about the resources required to heal. So that's one thing. This I really care about because, troops deployment capacity is important. So, you know, that, and yeah, all right, the training cost reduction, fine. That's kind of good. But really, I want the deployment capacity here. And finally, what I really want from this one is the infantry defense. I can almost care less about the time reduction because my other research is looking pretty good for time for first aid. So like, you know, and we just batch heal. So this doesn't really affect me that much, but I do want the infantry defense. So you could play this game with all of them, but essentially I want to spend a bunch on the War Academy research as well. So I've been putting a lot into that. And the reason I'm mentioning all this is because now if we come around to the standard shop here, and let's see, is there other stuff I need to think about? No, I already talked about pets, talked about experts, heroes. Generally, I'm looking good. It's just the gear, and now then we can start talking about research and War Academy. So let's get into the basic shop here. And you know, we got the Artisan Strove that I bought up to 30 the other day. I got to make a final decision today of how far I want to go with charms. So that's one thing. Oh, I guess I didn't mention chief charms and chief gear. Like my chief gear is looking pretty good and charms are currently maxed out, but we're going to have them unlocking. You know, if I don't just keep on buying all the things everywhere, where do I want my dollar to go? And I can't keep on just buying all the things everywhere. So charms, like I did get a good deal on some high value things. I think this is looking okay for now. I'm going to wait for better deals than the Artisan Strove, basically. I bought it up to 30. I'm comfortable doing that, and that's it. But now we get to custom armament chest. And now the question is, am I going to buy out custom armament chest? This is, there are, you know, other opportunities to get hero gear, lucky hero gear, and you know, basically the mythic gear is what you're going for there. It takes, you know, 100 of these. So it takes thousands of these ultimately. So, I'm in a dilemma here. I'm at a loss for words because like, I think what I have to do is this isn't inefficient. It's just not the best value in the game. So I'm going to have to buy this out because my hero gear is behind. And the only way to play catch up is to look for the opportunities to buy it. Like I'm not going to buy it. If I go to the regular shop, that's super inefficient. So I'm not going to do that. Now, buying it here is a good deal, but not the best deal in the game. But if I wait for the best deals, I'm going to be behind from where everybody else is on their hero gear. So I want to be able to go into SVS, and I really want to be able to work on the hero gear, even if I have to spend some money on Mithril. So if I don't get enough Mithril by then, you know, I can spend some money on Mithril, but lucky hero gear chests, you just need so many of them. I don't want to buy that. You can't just buy that from the regular shop with a clean conscience. But Mithril you can. Mithril you can buy from the regular shop with a clean conscience because it's a super rare item. And you know, there are opportunities to get it for less than $5 each. So you take advantage of all those that you can, and then you buy what else you need from the regular shop. That's just how you got to do it if you're playing like a whale. So that's what we're going to do tonight is the custom armament chest. I got it. I got to buy it out. I bought it out, and that's what we're doing there. Pet chest, same thing. I think go up to $30. That's where I'm going to kind of slightly back off a little bit. Now, then we get into troops training and research. And again, this is why I'm mentioning this. Like, I can buy some research with a clean conscience here because I need a lot. The question is, do I want to like buy it out? And I think if I want to do the stuff I want to do for War Academy, I do. I have to buy this out as well. Or I got to find speeds from somewhere else. And the same with training. Like if I want to be able to put some points on the board for King of Icefield today, I got to buy some more of this. So, you know, I'll buy it at least at the $10 mark, and then we'll see if that gives me, I think that should be enough. But I'm going to sit on the tech research just for one more day. Fire crystals, I think I can sit on this waiting for better opportunities because it's going to be a little while before I need them in bulk again. But I need to keep putting them in the bank, but there will be other opportunities to get that. We'll grab the daily deals. Only 5. And then we'll grab the weekly claims here. All right. All right. Now, let's just take a look at the events. I kind of did it a little backwards today, but look at the event schedule. Dreamscape's going on. Journey of Light is going on. We'll talk about that some more. We got Tundra Trading coming up. Good. Another Hero Rally and Journey Treasures resetting. Good. And then we got Armament Competition. Canyon Clash. Oh, Canyon Clash coming up. Alliance Mobilization. Get ready to spend. Oh, man. I don't know. if there's not other events, I might not go crazy this alliance mobilization because I can't afford to keep up that rate of spend. But let's see. King of Icefield has a troops training day. So I could do some gear work, but I need to stop doing, I'm not going to call it wasting because it's still good value or still good to press. I mean, ultimately I need a fully maxed out set of gear, but I need to stop using essence stones and the mythic gear that needs to be used with the essence stones. It's almost like the essence stones don't matter as much as the mythic gear. So I'm chewing up those mythic gear on things that I could be using towards the main march. And I think that's kind of a little bit of a mistake I've made recently. So I'm going to do troops today. And yeah, I said I wasn't going to do troop fluff anymore, but this isn't troop fluff. This isn't troop fluff. This is troops that I actually need. I'm still behind on marksman. So let's see. Let's first reset them all. Just reset them all. And even though I need more infantry for things like Foundry, what I'm going to push a little bit is the troops training just to get a little bit more on the board for King of Icefield. And that's only, I'm not trying to win anything here. I'm just trying to clear today's basic rewards. That's it. All right. So that's all I needed to do for King of Icefield. So therefore I don't need to buy any more troops training, really. I could buy a little bit more to use during SVS, but yeah. And then tomorrow we got, maybe I'll do some more War Academy research for the Fire Crystal shards or something. We do have speed ups tomorrow as well, or some gear. So, and is there any other complimentary event? No. Oh, while we're on it, let's talk about Brother in Arms. I don't know, man. I think we've taken a flop, a completely 180 on this, but I don't know where it's going to go. The leaders in the state are still talking about it. We basically went from allowing attacks outside the NAP to, we took a little vote among the rally leaders, and most people did not want to see attacks on cities. And then we started saying, well, you know, how about we just don't allow any attacks at all, not even on tiles, because this will allow people to do more. People need the resources, and this will allow people to keep doing their resource gathering. That way they can get more resources. So now what we're proposing is, maybe they're still discussing it, but maybe we just say, you know what, no attacks whatsoever, unless they're welcomed. So if you want an attack and you want to do stuff for fun, just post in world chat or make a personal mutually agreed challenge with somebody, and that's fine. Let people gather all they want so that they can get more resources and don't have to have a couple days where they're not gathering. And get all your points for BIA from the castle battle this weekend. You know, that's what we're talking about right now. I think that's kind of all right. I genuinely have trouble caring about BIA until it comes to the point where we get a bad reputation as a state. That's what I care about more than anything else. I don't want a bad reputation as a state. Honestly, personally, I don't care which way we go. But the fact that our decision may influence how other people think about us as a state, that's what I care about, if that makes any sense. So, all right. Let's see. So that's King of Icefield. We don't have much more to do for that. I do want to talk about, let's do Journey of Light quickly. I want to remind folks again what I'm doing here. I'm waiting. I messed up because I had such a busy work day yesterday. I didn't get all my planes out the way I should have. I'll grab my free gift here. Little onesie. Now, here's a couple things I want to remind you of is the, oh man, I'm tired. Sorry if I made you yawn. I did a half yawn. The treasure drop rate, 90%, 10%. So you should, if you're doing on average, what you should expect is 90% common and 10% premium. If you do better than that, you're getting lucky. So we're going to take a look at how I'm doing tonight. But then the success rate it takes 3 to 1, so 3 common to create 1 premium. That's 100% success. You see, that's guaranteed to happen. And then to go from premium to one of these exquisite or dazzling, that's a 75-25%. And each one of those is good, but you really want the dazzling because that's got a lot more lucky hero gear chest, and that's one of the things I want from it. Of course, it has the speeds in the general shards as well. But what I really want out of this right now, I'm not going to say I don't need the speeds, but the lucky hero gear is what I really want. So that's what I'm trying to do. But I'm going to wait till the end so I have the most number of chests possible to try to do that conversion. But look at my treasures right here. So my treasures is at 20. So 90-10, you should expect that I would have 18 of the common and 2 of the premium. So let's see what I got so far. Whoa, look at that. That's actually pretty darn good, isn't it? So that's, I don't know, I didn't do the math on it. It's got to be something like 70, 30, something like that. Because, is that right? Yeah, because if 2 was 10%, then 6 is 30%. I just did the math on it. It's 65-35. So my mental math was pretty close. 65%, 35%. That's pretty darn good. I don't know if that's going to continue, but I sure hope it does, because that's a lot better than 90-10. And the more premium treasure I get, the better luck I have for the dazzling Radiance treasure as well. So that's what we're doing here. And I'll just keep, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep sending these out as best I can. Like what I'll do is I'll use some of them like before I go to sleep maybe. That way I get a good eight hours in while I'm sleeping. When I wake up in the morning, I'll send another, batch out. But yesterday I completely messed it up because I was so busy with work. I must have gone like at least 6-7 hours without sending any out. So that's what I'll do though. And then on the last day, then I'll do all the conversions and we'll see how lucky I got and we'll open them all up and see what happens. All right, let's take a look over here. Always do that. Click the wrong thing. Oh yeah. All right. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. We're going to do it. We're going to do it because you guys like to see me suffer with Deadshot. I need a better name for him. Deadshot? Does that work? Deadshot? Deadshot. I'm going to start calling him Deadshot because that's what I get. I get a wet fart out of this guy every single time I play. So Deadshot. That's what his new name is for me. Let's see what happens. Oh man. Gonna tease me? No, I knew it was coming. Well, I get myself in this checker pattern too frequently. And then I have to play out the checker pattern. But now this is actually already probably one of the best Deadshot sessions I've ever had. So let's see. Let's see if it's in this corner over here. Oh, Deadshot. Oh God. I wonder, I recently discovered that all right, so first of all, thank you, Deadshot. Thank you, Deadshot. I'll take it. I call him Deadshot, and he gives me some good results, so I'll take it. I'll bet you that Deadshot is implemented underneath the covers the same way Mia is, and it doesn't actually matter where you touch. It's already been decided on the server what the progression is, and it's just a matter of revealing it. I don't like the way it's worded here, as, like it doesn't actually, this one doesn't really, it tells you the rewards preview rate, but it doesn't really tell you anything about the way the stats work or anything. So, right? Yeah. It doesn't really tell you anything about that. So I'll bet you it's implemented very much like Mia. It's just a matter of, it doesn't actually matter where you touch. And if that's the case, that explains why, it doesn't seem to matter where I go on the board. It's just, it's been predetermined, and where you touch is where you touch. So, all right, let's, since I see that I forgot to do this before recording, I'll take care of that. URL is all good to go. And all right, that's the deal section. I want to talk about Dreamscape Memory for a minute, because I feel like as a content creator, I ignore this event too much, and I have a responsibility to talk about it for the people who don't really know, a bunch, or they want some tips that I've picked up from others. So first of all, it's a 3-day event. So be a little, pace yourself a little bit, because you don't want to be at the last day of the event and have the hardest levels to do and have trouble collecting your 50 items. That's my personal advice. So pace yourself a little bit. Go only a couple levels each day, and then go all out on the last day. That way you're making a little bit of progress, but not so much progress you're giving yourself a hard time collecting your daily missions on the last day. So that's one thing, one tip I wanted to give you. The other thing is, when you play, oh man, I don't really want to play this live. I really hate playing this live. Let me tell you the tip first, and then I'll tell you a couple of things. So first of all, I do have a slight RG color deficiency. So I don't know if that plays into it or not, but sometimes I have trouble even seeing the items in the scene. And it's not because I'm not good at these types of games. It's because I have an RG color deficiency, and they use these really muted brown color palettes most of the time. And sometimes they make like reds and blues and purples so close in color that I can't really tell the difference much. And I have the same problem with certain shades of greens and greeny browns and stuff like that. So, so what you want to do is turn the brightness all the way up. That's one thing. Don't play on a tablet like I'm about to do, because if you play on a tablet, then you got longer distance to go to touch all the items. On a small phone, on a mobile phone, it's a smaller distance to go, so you can kind of hit the items faster. And then, and this is one that's hard for me, like they put all the items under your fingers in the bottom. Like, why don't they put them on the top where I can see, or in the middle or something? Like, I don't know. There's got to be a better way, but by putting them in the bottom, you got to keep constantly like move your hand out of the way to see them. So try not to do them one at a time. Try to, like, in your brain, see what the 3 items you're looking for are. Start going for them. You're probably muscle memory of where they are in the scene. You'll know where they are, and then you can actually like kind of start looking for them either in order or out of order based on what the 3 items you're looking for. Or so don't like, basically what I'm saying is, don't fix into trying to do one at a time. One. You want to try to like read them all as you're reaching for one, and that way now you know what you're looking for, and then you can start scanning the scene. And it does help if you do want to kind of cheat and you look at the sites that give you all the different layouts for the scenes. You can do that if you want. To me, I kind of want to use my brain for the event. I'm probably going to fail at this, especially on the tablet. This is why I don't like doing it on a tablet, but I'll show you what I mean. So here we go. Let's see, clock, magnifier, statue, wall light, curtain, shoe. Oh, there's a shoe. Pouch, thermometer. Where is that? I forgot where that is. I forgot where the thermometer is. Pigeon is over here. Oh, thermometer's on the wall. Key, ink bottle, coat. But basically what I'm doing is I'm scanning my eyes on the bottom while my finger's starting to go for the item you want. So as much as I dislike this game, like I said, as a content creator, I'm just trying to convey some tips about the things that work. I'm not horrible at the game, by the way. I just don't really like playing it that much and I figured out why. Let me tell you why. And this is no diss against the game. It's just why I personally, it's not my favorite game of the games. A lot of games, if you're going to pay, it's like there's a random element to it. Like, I'm going to pay for something, but like Journey of Lights, there's a random progression from the chests. The marbles game, there's a random proceeding of where my ball is going to land in the board. The punching game, there's a random chance of me getting the jackpot. So I'm paying money, but I'm getting a chance at winning, and I have some hope of winning. The Dreamscape Memory, basically, they're like, you get penalized as you go up the tree. So it's like you get more items to do in less time, and the only way to solve it is to throw more money at it. You have to buy the stuff to allow you to continue without dropping back down to the beginning again. So it's like, it's just a clear, I don't want to call it a money grab, but it's just a clear progression of money, basically. I've either got to be really fast, and sometimes you just can't be until you know the scene really well. And if you're playing it like I am and trying not to kind of pre-game it and look at the boards first, then you have no idea where the items are. So the only hope you have is to try to be really fast, and that's going to come with experience. And the only way you get experience is playing it over and over again. And the only way you play it over and over again or extend your time is by throwing more money at it. That's what I don't like about I think that's the reason I don't like Dreamscape Memory more than any of the other events. It's just, that's the way it plays out for me, And some people say they can get, like, some people told me they can clear all the levels with only like $10. I mean, more power to you if you're doing that. You're probably cheating and like looking at those prep sheets and stuff if you do stuff like that. But more power to you if you're able to do it, because it's not like it doesn't have good value. There's a lot of good stuff in the event. I think for the amount of money spent, you do get some good items from it. And I do it's not that I do like this march. I like this march, and I want that march. But the only reason I want the city skin is for the 2% troops attacks that stacks. That's it. But it's not like it doesn't have good items. It's just that I don't like the way the progression works. It's like the only way to keep going is to spend more money. And that's not the same as like, at least the other games, it's like you spend more money, but you have a chance of a reward. Here, you got to just spend more money to be able to complete it. It's not a chance-based thing. So, all right. That's enough about Dreamscape Memory. I just wanted to kind of have that discussion. Let's see. Dawn Academy. I don't think we have much to do more with the experts here that we didn't do yesterday. So, yeah, there's nothing... I shouldn't have opened this because there's nothing I needed to do there. All I'm going to do is continue to do some more learnings and wait on for days where I get points for learnings. And do I have any? Will I get points for it today in King of Icefield? Let me see. No points for that today. And no other events going on. So I'll just let that run out and then I'll start another one since there's no points for speed ups. Arena, I'm doing okay in, but oh, I got smacked again. I'm doing okay in, but the problem with Arena is yesterday when I had this busy workday, I completely missed it. I think I mentioned that last night. I completely missed it. So now I'm playing catch up and who knows how that's going to go. We'll see what happens. But I did all right. I ended up third today. I was able to grab back some points from players who were floating up top. So that's what I did here. If you see what happens here, as I was able to grab some extra points from players who floated up top throughout the day. And I just I couldn't snipe as much at the end of the day. So I kind of tried to stay under the threshold. Like I tried to stay around like 12th place or so, and then just grab some when people poked their heads up because they got a little too many points a little too early. I smacked them to grab some points back. That's how I got some points back. So I don't know. I'll continue to try that strategy and see if that works. All right. Let's see. War Academy we already talked about. And Command Center. Let's see if we can get a little RNG luck going for Cave of Monsters and Charm Mine. Let's see. So Charms is going to be. I just did this yesterday. How did I forget already? I had it at 55. So we'll try to leave it over here. I guess it's 55. No, for Charms it's supposed to be 50, 15, 35. That was for Cave of Monsters. So let's do Cave of Monsters first. So 56, 14, 30. Just playing around with it a little bit. No. Try it again. No, that's not working. Yeah, I must have got some good luck yesterday. The other thing we could try is, I don't know if any of these are going to matter too much, but we can try something more like this. Let's see. No, that didn't seem to help at all. And we'll just go back to something like that. It's not going to matter much. Now that helped a little bit. I mean, or there was luck. But that's what I expected out of Cave Monsters. Charm Mine should be, let's see, 50, 15, 35. And this is just a matter of, could I get lucky one more time? Because my charms are maxed out, so... will it help to do a little something like that? Hey! I can't imagine. That just got luck. That was luck. I can't imagine that's what mattered. But now that I did it, I'm going to leave it there. No, I'm not going to get lucky again. All right. I know Hunty's got his maxed out as well, but I got a little lucky is what happened. I got lucky twice. All right. So that's nice. Let's see where I sit on the neighboring states leaderboards, because I know I haven't done that in a while, and a lot of you ask. Oh, actually, here's where our alliance power is looking. We were third for a hot minute, but we're dangerously close to third again. So we're just one person joining away from third. So that's where we're sitting for alliance power in the state. Personal power, I don't really focus on this much, but I am top 10. All right, fine. I don't care about that too much. Furnace level doesn't really matter. I don't care about kill count. Exploration stage. I care about this, but it's not a huge indicator of much. But look at that. I'm all the way down to 21. This is an indication that my gear is not where it needs to be. That's an indication of. And then we look at total hero power, and this is where you start to see the drift. So total hero power is 28, which, you know, if you're spreading your hero gear out, you can also have a high total power. But so I'm not so worried about that really. And this is only because I have Geronimo. Basically, if I put this, I put the same stuff on Amos, and I'll be at the same score they are. This 18,792. So that's nothing really to look at. But yeah, I'm not worried too much about the hero's total power, other than a gauge of the fact that I'm slipping a little bit in the total hero gear. Because if I've got all of my stuff on the main march, and that's what I need for castle, that matters more than if I had across 2 or 3 sets of heroes. It'll be spread more. And I see some people doing that because of arena, and then they can't hold castle, or they can't go against us as strongly. So I'm more worried about where that distribution of power is, but it is a fact that my total hero power is down. So pet power, number 5. Nice. That's pretty good. I'll take that. And that's only because I got a whole bunch to do outside of, or, you know, once we get around to SVS, I'll be able to do a bunch more refinement. So I'll be able to get that up a bunch. Island Prosperity, I don't really care about this one too much. This is like the lowest power per dollar. Some of that stuff is nice to have, give you a little edge, but if you're spending all your money on the island, you're not doing it right, because that's not the highest power per dollar at all, basically. Total expert power, I'm sitting at 15. Not too bad. I wish this was a little higher, but it's just a matter of where I'm trying to put the money in. Again, I don't think this is the highest power per dollar. This is very subjective, because it depends where that hero power actually exists. If it's all in Romulus, that might be good, but he's super expensive. So Romulus isn't high power per dollar either, actually. I hate to break it to you, because he's just expensive. And yes, he's got stats that apply to everything, but it's not a good proposition as far as power per dollar goes. So that's why I've been I'll just slow roll him at this point. All right. And then Labyrinth, I think I'll go one more up from here. What about you? 1691, I guess I'll be. So I'll be, who knows, probably 7th place. It depends if somebody else got lucky as well alongside me. But it's tight. It's a tight race up here. Like 1 and 2 are pretty clearly ahead. But, you know, 3, 4, the top 10 beyond that, that's a pretty close race. I guess from Hunty on. Yeah, so the top 10, from Hunty up, it's a pretty close race. It's just a matter of who presses more when. All right, that's the little neighboring state update. With that done, let's take a look at the backpack. Yeah, I think we'll take a look at the backpack. Oh, 901 lucky hero gear chests. So I should get 9. What I'm guaranteed is 9 lucky hero gear chests. Now, Deadshot was nice to me tonight. So is this just a good RNG day for me? Let's see what happens when I try this. Let's see. Whoa! 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 Hello! All right, let's count this up. Wow. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 19. I just got 19 mythic gear. Count this back with me. I need to pinch myself. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 19. 19 mythic gear. Wow. Where was this luck when I was going for Globe? Holy crap. 19. That was a good hit right there. That's making me feel good. All right, we'll take this. We'll take that. Put these in the bank. That in the bank. All right. Take a look at... yeah, let's stuff these away. Put all those gems away for safekeeping. 10. Hey, I got more than 5 for once. Can't see the stats on it anymore because it's gone, but I got more than 5. I'm happy. This was my lucky day. You know, all right, I was going to say maybe I should do the Journey of Light tonight because I'm on fire tonight. But with my luck, I've just used up all my luck, all right? I mean, I should have known something was up when Deadshot gave me good results. But if I continue pressing my luck, I'm bound. It's like when you're, like gambling or something. You got to know when to fold them, right? And I think I've tapped out all my luck for tonight. So I'm still going to wait on Journey of Lights, but I'm glad that I had a good night tonight. Let's take a look, though, at the where my resources are. So this is why I'm saying, like, look, my research speeds are practically nothing. I do have a lot of general speeds, but I don't really want to try to keep on tapping those. So I've got a little bit of troop training that I can do for here and there kind of stuff. And I've got almost no research speed ups. And I have a lot of stuff that I want to do for War Academy. So, I mean, based on that, I don't even need another day to think about it. I need to, I'm going to need this. The only question is how much do I want to spend on it? I mean, going up to 35 is easy. More than that, that's what I have to think about. So if we take a look where we're at now, that's only 13 days, that doesn't put a whole lot in the bank, this isn't the best power per dollar either. I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess the War Academy stuff now is not really the best power per dollar. So I can go up to $30 without feeling guilty about it. Going beyond that, when I really need that spend going towards hero gear, this is making me feel a little antsy. So that's where I'm kind of drawing the line. The same with troops training. Like I could do another $20 towards that. I wouldn't feel too guilty about that, but I don't really need this right now. So I can just continue to plug away at that. And I think I'll just be fine. I'm doing just fine. I'll grab some more of that when I have an opportunity to. And I feel the same way about artisan tropes. Anyways, I don't want to rehash all that. All right, let's see. Let's make sure I cleared all the rest of the stuff. We got that. We got the, we got all this. We cleared out the deal section. Did Dreamscape, we had Journey of Lights, and did the backpack, although I did open some more stuff. All right. So now let's go to and look at the resources. It's just taking forever. Like the meat is just taking forever to get back up beyond 20 bill. I wanted at 21. Look at that. It's just barely not, because every time I train or heal, they're just sucking up the meat. All right. Let's see. I think that's all we got there. And now we'll take a look at VIP, and we'll have a laugh together at how far away I am from Frostsphere 2. Let's see. It is, since it is my lucky night, let's see if I get some good luck on the spinner here. 28. All right, I'll take that. No, 15 isn't great. See, 1850 isn't great. All right, I'll take the 23. I'll take the 24. That's almost 2. So apparently my luck is not tapped out. All right, we're gonna leave it there. I need a little luck for the end of Journey of Light, so please put it on hold. I'm gonna take a rain check on that luck, sir. Let you just remember this luck streak when we get to Journey of Light's reveal. All right. So let's see. Here's where we are for Frostsphere 2. By the way, yeah, there's a Blazing Meteor 2 as well, I believe, but I don't know how to get that. And I just realized that I don't know how to get that. Is it part of this? I don't think it is. Where do you get Blazing Meteor 2 from? Does that come after Frostsphere 2? Or is it part of Frostsphere 2? I don't think it is. I know I've heard people talk about Blazing Meteor 2. So if you know, tell me in the comments, because now I'm curious about where that comes from. Oh, earn points brings you to the shop. Clever game devs. 37.5 million. I mean, the needle's moving so slow. Might as just well say I have over $75,000 still away. It's moving so slow. All right. Well, that's all the content I got for you tonight. I hope you do enjoy following me along on this journey, hanging out with me for a few minutes every night. Seeing what the progress is on the account, what I'm thinking about as far as developing the account and where I'm spending the money and how I'm spending the money and why I'm spending the money. I hope you're enjoying all that. And if you are, there's a couple things I need you to do. The number one thing I need you to do, actually, before I tell you the number one thing I need you to do, I need you to know that I'm going to be doing a trivia session in the Discord again. So click the link in the video description, go to my Discord, sign up. It's going to take you a little bit of time to earn your right to register for a Frost Star or a giveaway. And so it's going to take you a little time. So you want to do that now, because I'm going to be doing a trivia session soon again, where I give away $100 worth of Frost Stars. Basically, I'll probably do something like 50, 20, 10, 10, 10, something like that is what I've been tending to do. So that way it's like, paying out 5 places. But it's going to be $100 worth of Frost Stars, and it's going to be trivia based on my content. So it's kind of fun. The community has a lot of fun with it. It's usually like 25 questions, rapid fire, like 15 seconds to answer. And you get a chance to win some Frost Stars as a result. But you got to be there in the Discord community to take advantage of that. So if you want to be part of that and you want to try to win some Frost Stars, come to the community, register, start chatting so you earn the right to register for some of these events, and then you'll have a chance to win. But the other thing I need you to do is super simple. All you got to do is like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. That way, whenever I post anything, you'll be the first to know about it. Thank you very much for joining me, and until next time, I'll see you later.